Hi, it's Sunday morning and I wanted to do a bit of an update. It's 8 weeks since I did an update on my carnivore diet journey. And really, I'll tell you why that happened. Just a bit of recap. About 2 years ago, I was lying in bed one day feeling sick and tired of everything. I was 30 odd kilos heavier than I am now, and I was forever ill, and I wanted to change it. I listened to a podcast with Joe Rogan and Jordan Peterson where he talked about the carnivore diet and the benefits he'd had. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. I've tried everything else, and I've never looked back, and that's the long and short of it. But really, I had a very, the journey along the way wasn't great. There was a lot of ups and downs. I was learning a lot. You try and overturn 60 years of poor diet and such a radical overnight change, and it just doesn't come easily. There's tons you learn, tons of pitfalls. But I've been doing it now for 2 years, and basically what it's evolved, when I first started, I was having chicken and pork and liver and ham, and it's basically, I've got an air fryer, and what fits in the air fryer, it might be a piece of steak or a piece of salmon, and that's it, basically. Occasionally I have eggs, but it's got fairly Spartan. I did worry a bit, not worry a bit at one stage, but I missed the variety. But I'm actually over that now. It was boring, and now it's got better. Well, why I wanted to do the update was I've been thinking quite a bit about it. When I did the last video, I was sort of musing about all my friends getting sick and I was still healthy, therefore I was on the right track, Well, within a week, I got the worst flu I've ever had in my life, and it lasted 8 weeks. It was actually, I thought it was just a viral flu, and it turned out it wasn't. It was more a bacterial thing, but I was trying to ride it out, so I rode it out for 8 weeks before I went to the doctor, and as soon as I did, I was back to normal in about a week. But where it really set me back, now that was 8 weeks. Now I've been exercising and doing all the stuff. In that 8 weeks, I let myself go a bit I was feeling sorry for myself, I was feeling ill, so I started drinking milk again, and milk's the big no-no for me. And in 8 weeks, despite the illness, I actually put on 7 kilos. Now, that's 5 weeks ago, and I've just got it off now. But the exercising was the thing. I've got my own little gym set up, and I go swimming now, and it's great. But I tell you what, it knocked my performance back by half. When I started doing the weights again after I was sick, it was still like 5 weeks it took me to get back to where I was before I was sick. And when I had to restart, it was like half the weight I was lifting, and I had to slowly build back up. With the swimming, I've only been doing a couple of months, but I'm up to about 20 laps now, where when I very first went to the pool, and this is the thing, when I very first went to the pool, which was, say, 2 months ago, I'll barely do 1 lap. And that's how quickly you improve. And look, the carnivore diet, it might not be for everyone, but to me, it's not like the fountain of youth, but I feel better now than I did when I was 50. And the only reason I'm not saying 40 is I don't really remember when I was 40. But certainly I feel better than when I was 50. I was overweight at 50, and I'm pretty, unhealthy. But I'm back on track now, and hopefully, like when I first started doing these videos, I was 62, and that's why I called it Carnivore Diet at 62. Well, I'm within 3 months now of 64. So it's been a journey, but it's been it hasn't always been a pleasant journey. But today is a great day. I'm up early. I don't nap in the afternoon anymore. I exercise every day. and I feel better. I'm not sure if I'm turning the clock back, like I understand I'm going to get old. But, gee, I'll tell you what, we're actually growing old quite healthily. So that's about that. It's not the fountain of eternal youth, but it's not bad. Just a little side note there. Michaela Peterson has actually got a video. She's taken the carnivore one step further and called hers the Lion Diet, to the best of my knowledge, and basically it's steak. Now, that doesn't work that well for me, and it might be the age difference. I mean, Michaela Peterson's young. She's in her 30s, early 30s. But I have far more fish than I do red meat, and that works for me. If I have a week on red meat, I just don't feel right. But if I intersperse it like a 2 days fish, 1 day steak, 2 days, it works really, really well for me. And I might even try at some stage just fish and just see how that goes. But I think I've just got to look into that, because I think I might be missing out a bit on the nutrient side of it. Oh, the other thing, it's only just been available. I mean, if you're watching this overseas, you probably think we're all backward here in Queensland, but we can now get a nut butter that's just nuts, but it's Brazil nuts, almonds and cashews, but a lot of Brazil nuts, and that's a good thing. I always was a bit doubtful about selenium, but I have a teaspoon of that, and look, it doesn't do anything for me, but it eases my concern about the healthy fats and the nut minerals. So that's about that. So just to summarise, it's nearly 2 years now. I've got over the boredom. I feel healthier. Most of that is the diet, but now a bigger part of that is now the exercise too. And really, I just want to talk to people over 50 or even over 60. I mean, I'm 63, but over 60, it's not too late. I think 2 years ago I could have given up, and Lord knows what sort of position I'd be in today. And I'm not particularly well disciplined, so this came as a bit of a surprise to me too, but I can exercise discipline all over my life now because I stuck with this. And if you are trying to lose weight and you are unhealthy and you want to give this a go, look, it's the easiest thing you'll ever do. 2 days go by and you don't feel hungry anymore. Now, you have other feelings, but you don't have that craving brought on by the insulin spikes. So, all in all, it's been a wonderful thing. I'm going to persevere with it. I've drifted away, like I said, when I was sick, and it didn't help. It made things worse. So I'll just leave it there for now. I want to go into in the next video, I want to go into a more over sort of 50s, 60s health thing, where I'll show you what I do with the weights and the exercise I do. And look, like I said, 1 lap, 20 laps. Lifting 10 kilos, lifting 60 kilos. And it's just a matter of persevering. But you see results pretty quick. All right, I'll leave it there. Thank you very much. And if you want to see part of my journey, I've got like 9 videos now of the journey all the way through. I'm thinking of transcribing them all into an ebook. See how that goes. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day, and talk to you next time. Bye.